Our topic today is you've won the Mega Millions. Now what? Enjoying the in-between. And what exactly is this thing called the in-between? And how do I know if I'm there, right? So when we're assigning a sign and when we're doing imaginal acts, it's dress rehearsal for what we want in our reality. And I'll use the analogy. Let's say you don't always want to be buying lottery tickets. So you set up an automation in your mind, because your mind is a computer, that says every time that the Mega Millions goes over 500 million, right? So it's $500 million or more. You set up a range. So you might have a dream that says when it's 626 million, well, that kind of really locks you in and you got to be very vigilant with that, right? But if you say anytime it's over 500 million, I'm going to play the lottery. It doesn't matter if it's the Powerball, the Mega Millions, maybe it's a lottery in a different country. Welcome back to the Invincible CEO channel, the place where we make manifesting easy and fun like it was meant to be. My name is Didi Pavernick and I'm the Invincible CEO, and I'm the last most exciting manifesting coach you will ever need. I'm really just a big kid at heart. I've dedicated my life to guide others to make the most conscious, powerful decisions now and anchor deeply into those decisions. So join me as I help you cut to the front of the line of your deepest desires and manifest with ease. I'm going to give you everything I got to present this beautiful 0-point topic. So make sure that you stay till the end of this video so you can have your mind blown and say, oh my God, it's that simple. I get it. Wow. Just wow. So buckle up, my manifesting friends. We are in for another wild and fun manifestation ride. Why? Because I want to see you win big and win all the time. This channel is all about you winning big quickly while experiencing fulfillment of your most inner desires to live an amazing life you love. So when you stay to the end of this video, you will see how going to your ground zero point will help you make a conscious choice in which reality that you want to join in with. But when you set that parameter, when you assign that sign within you and you activate it and you feel what that activation is, and you trust your computer mind, your brain, that when that parameter is met, just like when someone comes into my world and the parameters are met, my system activates a certain set of events, whether you get an email, whether you get tagged with something behind the scenes for me, there's a chain of events that's set into place. So when you activate, you are setting the parameters of your computer mind. And then when it's time for you to buy a ticket, maybe you don't check your lottery app every day, but for some reason you were inspired or had an impulse to check it. Or maybe you were at the grocery store and you walked by the lottery machine and you caught out of the corner of your eye the high jackpot over 500 million. Or maybe you overheard somebody talking when you were at the gym, or you saw something on social media. You trust that once you set the parameters, once you activated it, in the now moment, when it's time, you're going to take your inspired action. You got to know that when that sign, you assign the sign ahead of time, and when it shows itself to you, it's not saying when it's the most convenient. It's saying that in this moment, now's the time to buy the ticket. So we're going to say that that was what happened prior to your win. Now, you can set it up in your reality that you don't have to watch the drawing. You don't even have to go check your tickets, because when you win, you will be when you're always making your universe come to you instead of you having to go do all this busy work to figure out which reality you're in. So when I set my parameters, I make sure that I'm just going to go about doing what brings me joy in my day, and that I have it set up and I trust and I know what those feelings are. I know the go buy a lottery ticket feeling. I know this person is part of this done deal, right? And you can have many done deals within your bigger done deals. So you've bought the ticket, and now we would say the 3 month, right? 3 months, you cross the finish line, you won. Now think about this. I'm going to use a real simple version of the lottery, the 3-digit lottery. The 3-digit lottery has 1,000 possible outcomes. And every day, all of those outcomes come out in the version of that reality. So there's a version that's 001, 002, 003, 834, 835, all 1,000 realities. So if your number is 234 and your reality, the number that you see is 567, you know that you're not in your reality. if you've anchored the ticket in within you to be the winning ticket for you. So people buy the ticket and then they hope and they wish and they want, and they hope and they wish and they want. And again, a broken clock is correct twice a day, right? So in that method, yes, you can win. Some people win on the first try. Some people it's thousands and thousands of tries. But now that you're the creator of your own reality, why would you create a reality and an outcome that you want and then continue to deny yourself it by giving a story? Oh, well, it just wasn't my day. It wasn't my time. And then it makes you think that you've set up this system and somehow your system's broken, that it's not working for you. So this really picks up after the fact that you did all of that ahead of time. And I'm going to add more of that video into the digital library supporting this here. But we're going to go today from the fact that however it is that you realized you won, you won. And I know it's different state to state, right? So if you win in Delaware, you can remain anonymous. If you win in Pennsylvania, then you have to make yourself known. And it's not where you live, it's where you buy the ticket. So, there's nuances within the game that you're playing, right? And it's a really great indicator. But if you're hoping, wishing, and wanting, and it's not enough to go to the machine and command it to give you the winning lottery ticket, it doesn't matter whether you pick your own numbers or you let the machine pick it for you. If you don't stay in that done deal that this is really the winning lottery ticket, and that's all that's needed for you to know that this is the winning lottery ticket, then you're not going to get your numbers. And if you believe that there's odds, how many billions to one, then you're still not in your reality as the creator. You're in a character reality that taught that there's odds, because you can create the reality that whatever ticket you have, they're the winning numbers. And so the first time you look at it, maybe it's not the winning numbers, then you go back in and do a revision, and you keep going back in and revising until you wake up or you become aware of the reality that this is the winning ticket, because every single ticket is the winning ticket. Do you get that? Okay. So now you realize that and let's say we're going to call this jump off day now, right? Jump off day one, you realize you won. And we're going to give 3 months to the actual money in your bank account, because there is some downtime. And this is the in between from the jump off to the actual realization of the done deal. And if you stay in that done deal, once you jump off, this is the winning ticket, and you don't care what reality tells you, you know this is the winning ticket. That's why when you go to check the ticket, and if it says you haven't won, you can't believe that reality. Because remember, it's like Schrodinger's cat. When you buy the ticket, it is and it isn't the winning number. And what side of the coin are you willing to accept? And why would you accept a reality that you want the opposite outcome to come in? You're just torturing yourself. You're just torturing yourself, creating a done deal, and within 3 months, not allowing the physical manifestation of it. And 3 months is a really long time when there is no time, but it's enough time in the character. But if you continue to pull out of time and space into the creator, into that part of you, and then going back into the reality that it is, and trusting, just like I trust my automations, it must bring it to you. It will. Now, this in between, some teachers call this the messy middle. And it can get messy if you need to rely on physical reality to be the proof that you won. So let's go back to a simple assumption that we've done before. You ate something today, whether it was lunch or breakfast. Prove it to me. And we've discussed before, you cannot prove it to me, even though consciously you had the personal experience of eating that food. This is the same mind now that says physical reality is proof. And if physical reality is proof, I'm going to tell you right now, creating your own reality is not for you. It's not for you in these beginning stages, because you will keep your in-between will become a messy middle, and you're going to get really frustrated and you're going to get really exhausted because you jumped off into the winning ticket, but then you need proof that it's the winning ticket. You are the proof. You are the winning ticket. And you have to stay in that conviction and knowing, so that the reality must bring it to you. Can it happen? It can happen in 3 minutes, in 3 days, right? Because I always say day one is the asking or the activating. Day two is the aligning, and day 3 is the anchoring of it, right? Or month 1, month 2, month 3, or year 1, year 2, year 3, or decade 1, decade 2, decade 3. You can't get it wrong, but you can make it really long. I love creating these videos to support you on your manifestation journey. And now I want to remind you there's 3 ways that you can help support the channel. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share not only the video and the channel with anyone that you know that would love these topics. Also, I'm always looking for amazing feedback from you, so please feel free to comment and let me know how this spoke to you and what other topics that you would like to see. Thank you so much. And that's why we broke it down into 3 months. So the activation is buying the ticket and activating it, knowing how does that feel, what sensations does that feeling, and whether it's a day or 2 before it goes off, or even a week before the winning lottery goes off, or however much time in the reality that you're in, stay in the feel. You don't even have to think the thought. But here's the thing, if a contradicting thought shows up, so if you bought a lottery ticket and then you have a thought of how am I going to pay my mortgage this month, that's a contradictory thought, because if you've won the lottery, you don't need the physical drawing to happen to know that you won the lottery. Is everybody getting that? Does anyone have any questions? Because this is so powerful. This is where people get stuck in this in the in between and make it a messy middle. Either it is or it isn't. Either you won or you haven't. And if you've won, you don't need the drawing to be the thing that says that you won, because if you're looking for the physical proof, you're always looking at the past. The physical reality is always the past. Even if it just happened right now, by the time I'm done snapping my fingers, it's the past. So you can't look at the past to give you a new outcome. That's why it has to be that 15% active invisible, right? 80% inactive, right? We didn't get the ticket yet. It's still in the 80% inactive. We go buy the ticket. It's now 15% active invisible. And the stronger you get that feeling that you are the winner, the more presence in the now moment that you're putting into your world. You're oozing, I am the winner, into your world over and over. Every time you drink your water, you're drinking the water as the winner. Every time you're eating food as the winner, right? Before we get to the next segment, just a quick reminder. If you ever feel like you've taken yourself as far as you can go on your own and you want to expand your awareness into becoming a more conscious, powerful master manifester, but need a little guidance, I do offer many coaching options. I know sometimes it's hard to connect the dots just by watching my YouTube videos. So I've left a link in the description box below. I offer digital do-it-yourself courses, one-and-done coaching sessions, group coaching, and full-blown one-on-one 3-month coaching programs. I'm so looking forward to getting to know you better and help you cut to the front of the line to be open to receive your heart's desires. I've always said you can't get it wrong, but you can make it long. So let's join up and shorten your manifestation times. I'm already waiting for you in your done deal, your wish fulfilled. One little contradictory thought. Did I win? Did I really win? Is this the reality? Okay, you have a hybrid moment. At that hybrid moment, you need to pull back and rest as awareness for as long as you need to get rid of whatever that was just presented. And now in the in-between stage, you have to act and speak and think like the done deal version of you. So let's take the real thing. You just won the ticket. Maybe you need a month. It's over $500 million to acclimate. You got to get your team together, right? You want some financial advisors, you want some legal, whatever it is. You keep it quiet, you keep it to yourself, you're active, you're acclimating within yourself. And then when it's time, maybe it's a month later or so, you finally got all the right people around you. You go to the lottery place and you cash in your ticket, right? They declare you're the winner. And they say to you, it's going to take about 2 months before the money shows up in your account. That's why we said 3 months. About a month to wrap your mind around it. Then you cash it in, and it's still going to take another 2 months before the actual money shows up. Now, the fact that you know that you won and you have this 3 months, you still don't have the money in your hand or in your bank account, because it's the in-between. It's the transition stage from the jump off to the done deal. Tell me how different your life is going to be. You're still going to be doing the stuff that you would be doing anyway during that 3 months. You're still going to eat. You're still going to go and have dinner with friends. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to do some yoga. You're going to play the piano, whatever it is that you do. You're going to go skiing, whatever. And then if you're working, you may decide that I eventually will leave my business or my job. But during that time, you're going to need things to keep you busy, or else you're going to end up fixating on this money's coming in. But the thing is, you're going to be doing lots of things differently. You may not tell everyone that this money's in, but you're going to start looking at things. Maybe you'll go test drive some new cars. Do that anyway. Maybe you're going to be looking at different places to go on vacation. Do that anyway, right? You're going to be asking if their family that you're going to help out financially. You may not know how much financial help they need, and you can start conversations with them going, where are you? And if I'm the magic genie of the universe and I could wave a magic wand, how much money would you need right here, right now to give you some relief, right? You would be doing all of this stuff. And this is what we're talking about, assuming the identity of. You would walk differently. You would feel differently. Maybe you would go into stores that you don't normally shop at because the jump off version of you thought they were too expensive, or look at cars, or now you want to add a second or third home, right? You're not doing it from the way the old version of you did it, hoping and wishing and wanting someday, but you're doing it from the version of you that within a certain amount of time, this money will be there. And you start allocating it and putting the energy out there and doing with it what it is that you want now, because you don't need confirmation from numbers on a screen that you've won. It's all about that you have to assume it even before you buy the ticket. And then you're committed during that 3 months from buying the ticket to it that it's going to show up and you're going to be acting like that version. So let's say, and I've seen things like this happen, someone buys a ticket and they act that way for 3 months, and maybe technically they didn't win that lottery, but during that 3 months, because they felt so wealthy, money start coming in different ways that would not have come in had they not bought the ticket and found themselves wealthy. Are you guys getting this? Do we have some questions here? Do you need some clarity? Again, this is a really strong analogy. You bought the ticket today, 3 months from today, the money's going to be in your account, whatever that jackpot is. You don't need any proof outside of you. This is what creating your own reality is about. It's the excitement and the joy of knowing that it's done, even though you don't have your hands on the actual money. You have your mind on the money. So the 80% inactive invisible is what we call the creator. The 15% active invisible is the hybrid, and the 5% physical reality is the character, and it's the past. You cannot look at the past for proof of your manifestations, just like you can't prove what you ate earlier today. And once you get it, that there's never any proof ahead of time. But you know that you ate, but you can't prove it. You know that you won, but you can't prove it. You shouldn't have to. Because if someone says to you, prove it to me, you're not in your reality, and neither are they. Because someone who's in your reality and knows this is who you are, and you say to them, I'm a multimillionaire, right? And they'll be like, duh. Like, did you bang your head? Did you fall down? What happened here? What's going on? So this is so powerful. And this is the thing. This is the fine-tuning thing, friends. When you really get what we're talking about here, that you are the creator of your reality, whether you're creating $1 or 5 million, why would you create it and then deny yourself the outcome of it, unless as the creator, the true outcome is the denial instead of the actual receiving? Really powerful, really powerful. So this isn't about pushing around the effects of the old reality. This isn't about signing onto your screen and believing the bank account that's there, unless it's the one you like, right? But the thing is, it's one quantum possibility, and all it's showing you is you're not in your done deal, or that you still need proof. And if you need proof, then you're not in your done deal, because the done deal you has it already. And when you have it internally, when that 15% active invisible becomes enough that you don't care that it's not there. Once I set up my automations in Kajabi and I test it once, I never go back and test it again. If something goes haywire, somebody will say to me, this is wrong. I didn't get this. I didn't get a notification or whatever, right? So that's the thing that's powerful here. Once I do that on Kajabi, I do it once, I set it and I forget it and it's done. And I know that it's going to run smoothly. And if it's not going to run smoothly and I step out of my reality will give me some kind of notification that says, you need to look at this. Otherwise, I'm going to be using all of this energy to do all of this other stuff while I'm in the in-between. So when you jump off, you've jumped off, right? All you got to do is buy a lottery ticket one time. So if you have any old lottery tickets, and this is what, think about it. This is why there's a year, you have 1 year to cash in your ticket from the date that you know that you won. Any old lottery tickets, they may have been losing lottery tickets in the old reality. But what if you went back in and revised and said, here, I have 5 or 6 different lottery tickets from whatever, and they're all winners. Why would you ever buy a non-winning lottery ticket? Why would you ever buy a non-winning anything? That's the power of this, guys. Your mind is so used to settling and not getting what you asked for, or thinking that it's going to take a really long time. And if you have set a goal and it hasn't happened, you are being conditioned by your mind instead of you conditioning your mind. That's not how it is anymore. That's not how I do it anymore. I don't live there anymore. Right? Then you have to act as if you're doing it. Remember, it's a passive imaginal act that you're doing because you're keeping yourself in the energy that has created your done deal. It's so powerful. Do you have any questions while I'm on here? Because I'll be more than happy. Okay, so we love that we cannot look at the past and see proof of our manifestations, right? You can go, and that's where you can go into your past because you know you can't prove what you had for breakfast. And any offering that your mind is giving you, if you don't like it, you can revise it. So you get the idea where we already have this system set up for ourselves. It's just you don't pull yourself out of it enough to see that it's a system that is going on here and is activating for you. So we call it the in-between. If you were making it the messy middle, you've gone back into the jump off. It's really simple, folks, right? When you're in your done deal character, you don't care. It's like, la, 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 outside world, you're not the boss of me, manifestation, past, blah, 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 you're not the boss of me. I'm appreciative that it's all here. I'm appreciative that I have a chair to sit in. But just because I have this chair doesn't mean this will be the only chair that I ever have that I sit in, right? It doesn't negate all the other chairs that I'll someday purchase or come across owning. So this is the past. This is my past. I'm sitting on my past. But while I'm in it, I can do an imaginal act that is one of those leather massage chairs that has the temperature. And the more I sit here and the more reality that I give it. So just like if I'm pretending to eat a piece of pizza, my mouth salivates, that means I'm giving it reality, right? Just as what is a real piece of pizza. If I'm sitting in this chair and I can feel the heat that would be emanating off of it, if it was one of those heated massage chairs, I'm giving it reality. It's more than just a chair. Remember, this is just the template. The past, your physical reality is just a template. And like Cinderella, you can take that pumpkin and turn it into your carriage, and you can take the mice and turn them into your horses. That's imagination. We've been taught imagination through so many different stories. All right, guys, I gave you everything that I have here. If you have any other questions. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope that it really brought some aha moments, cleared things up for you so that you understand there's some type of awareness. And the more you expand this awareness, the more you understand there's a method to the madness of the things, of how we set them up here. We have set everything up for your success within 3 months for the character, but it is the eternal now for the creator. And the more that you're in the creator, knowing The creator knows, the hybrid asks questions and the character receives. The character is not the creator. You have to come out of the character, but you have to go into the character to receive the thing that it is that you created. Therefore, you will never accept a reality that is not your reality. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all your comments. Appreciate you deeply.